Welcome to a world where rhythm meets rhetoric and choreography clashes with pure cognitive power. We all know Stray Kids as the thunderous pioneers of the fourth generation, the self-producing idols who redefined the noise music genre with surgical precision. But behind those explosive stages and jaw-dropping visuals lies a complex network of high-functioning intellects that would make a Mensa recruiter do a double-take. Have you ever wondered how they manage to weave intricate lyrical metaphors while mastering mathematical dance formations that require split-second timing? Is it just talent, or is there a hidden genius factor at play? Today, we aren't just looking at their discography, we are peeling back the curtain on their cognitive blueprints. From the strategic mastermind who directs the chaos to the linguistic chameleons who switch between cultures in a heartbeat, we are ranking the brains behind the bops. Who holds the highest IQ in the dorm? Who is the secret strategist? And who possesses the emotional intelligence to keep 8 distinct personalities in perfect harmony? This isn't just a list, it's a deep dive into the mental grit and academic prowess of K-pop's most chaotic yet calculated group. Get ready to have your mind blown as we analyze the logic, the memory, and the sheer brilliance of the Stray Kids members. Are you ready to find out who truly reigns supreme in the realm of the mind? Let's unlock the vault of Stray Kids' intelligence. Number 8. IN, the sharpest youngest. In the high-stakes, fast-paced world of K-pop, being the youngest often means being the one who learns the fastest just to keep up. But for Hyunjin, intelligence isn't just about keeping up, it's about observing from the shadows with a focus that is terrifyingly sharp. We often see him as the Ajapan, or the adorable baby bread of the group, but don't let that bright, dimpled smile fool you for a single second. Behind those eyes lies a mind that is constantly calculating, analyzing, and absorbing the world around him like a high-speed processor. Intelligence in a group setting isn't always about solving complex calculus, it's about social navigation and the ability to adapt to any given situation with grace and speed. IN possesses a unique brand of adaptability intelligence. When Stray Kids were just trainees fighting for their lives on their survival show, IN wasn't just practicing his vocals. He was studying the dynamics of the team, learning how to bridge the gap between the older members and himself, which requires a level of emotional maturity and social IQ that most teenagers haven't even begun to develop. Think about the sheer mental stamina required to go through the rigorous Korean education system while simultaneously training for 14 hours a day and then debuting in one of the biggest groups on the planet. IN's intelligence is reflected in his remarkable growth. He is known as the member who improved the most, a feat that is only possible through high neuroplasticity and a disciplined cognitive approach to learning. He picks up choreography not just through muscle memory, but by understanding the geometric patterns and the internal rhythm of the music. In variety shows, you'll notice he's often the one who catches on to the secret rules of a game before anyone else, silently positioning himself for a win while the older members are still arguing over the instructions. This quiet intelligence is his greatest weapon. He is the backbone of the group's morale, utilizing high EQ to sense tension and diffuse it with a well-timed comment or a shift in energy. While others might be loud and boastful about their wit, IN's brilliance is a slow burn, a steady, reliable flame that proves you don't need to shout to be the smartest person in the room. He navigated the transition from a traditional school environment to the global stage, with a level of strategic planning that suggests a deep, underlying capacity for logic and long-term foresight. He knows exactly when to play the matinee card and when to step up with a mature, grounded perspective that leaves the older members speechless. Every move he makes is deliberate. Every joke has a layer of wit. He is the living embodiment of the work smarter, not harder philosophy, proving that even at rank number 8 in this powerhouse of geniuses, his IQ is still light years ahead of the average, making him the ultimate secret weapon of Stray Kids. Can you imagine the sheer brain power it takes to keep 7 older Hyungs in check while maintaining a flawless idol persona? This is the genius of IN, and it's only the beginning of our countdown into the stratosphere of Stray Kids' intellect. Number 7. Lee No, the strategic 4D genius. When we talk about intelligence in the K-pop world, we often look for the bookworms or the brainiacs. But Lee Minho, known to the world as Lee No, operates on a completely different frequency that defies standard logic. He is widely known for his 4D personality, a term used for those whose minds work in unpredictable, multidimensional ways. But if you look closer, his erratic behavior is actually a shield for a highly sophisticated, tactical intellect. Lee No isn't just weird. He is a master of situational awareness and technical precision. Let's look at the facts. Before he was an idol, he was a professional dancer for BTS, a role that requires not just physical skill, but an incredible capacity for spatial intelligence and rapid information processing. He famously memorized JYP's entire basic dance curriculum, which usually takes months in a record-breaking 2 weeks. This isn't just talent, it's the result of a brain that can deconstruct complex physical patterns and reconstruct them instantly with 100% accuracy. This kinesthetic intelligence is so high that he was appointed the group's dance leader, a role where he acts as a secondary director, spotting a single finger out of place among 8 moving bodies. But his brilliance goes deeper than the stage. Lee No is a certified computer science graduate from Gimpo Jile Technical High School. While other trainees were purely focused on the arts, Minho was learning the rigid logic of coding and hardware, a background that manifests in his current life through his love for soldering and technical hobbies. You can see this logical engineering mind in how he approaches variety games. He is the king of the savage comeback because his brain processes linguistic cues faster than his opponents can finish their sentences. He uses psychological warfare to keep his members on their toes, often acting as the group's hidden disciplinarian who leads through a mix of sharp wit and silent observation. His intelligence is also deeply empathetic but hidden behind a tsundere exterior. He is a philanthropist who has been inducted into the World Vision Bob Pierce Honor Club for his massive donations, showing a strategic understanding of how to use his platform for global impact. He is ambidextrous, capable of writing and working with both hands, which is a rare trait linked to unique brain hemispheric integration. Whether he's cooking complex dishes like beef Wellington from memory or navigating the intense social hierarchy of a 4th-generation leader group, Lee No is always 3 steps ahead. He doesn't show his brainy side through math scores. He shows it through a razor-sharp ability to read people, master any physical skill in days, and maintain a stoic, calculated control over his environment. He is the member who knows everyone's secrets because he's always watching, always analyzing, and always waiting for the perfect moment to strike with a joke or a solution. In the grand chess match of Stray Kids' career, Lee No is the piece that can move in any direction, making him the ultimate 4D genius of the group. Number 6. Felix, the linguistic polyglot and rapid learner. Step into the world of Lee Felix, a man whose intelligence isn't just about what he knows, but how fast he can adapt when his entire world is turned upside down. Imagine being 17, living a comfortable life in Australia, and suddenly being dropped into the high-pressure engine of a Korean entertainment giant without knowing the language or the culture. For most, this would be a cognitive overload, but for Felix, it became a masterclass in neural plasticity. His ranking at number 6 is a testament to his incredible brain power in the realm of linguistics and sensory learning. Felix's brain is a sponge. He didn't just learn Korean, he mastered the phonetic nuances and cultural subtexts of a language that is fundamentally different from English in record time, despite the looming threat of elimination. This is the hallmark of high verbal linguistic intelligence. But his brilliance doesn't stop at the tongue. Felix possesses a black belt in Taekwondo and has won over 60 medals in his youth, a feat that requires immense tactical thinking, rapid-fire reflexes, and the ability to read an opponent's mind before they even move. This kinesthetic intelligence translates directly to the stage, where he memorizes complex, high-energy choreography with a precision that borders on the digital. You see him as the group's sunshine, but have you noticed how he handles the technical side of his hobbies? He is a meticulous baker, a craft that is essentially edible chemistry, requiring a logical mind that understands ratios, temperatures, and timing to a perfectionist degree. He is also an avid gamer, often diving into complex strategy games that require long-term planning and quick decision-making under pressure. Felix's intelligence is deeply rooted in observation and replication. He watches, he analyzes, and then he executes with a level of detail that leaves others in awe. Whether it's picking up a new language for a world tour or mastering a new video editing software to create content for fans, his learning curve is almost vertical. He has shown proficiency in Japanese and even bits of French, proving that his brain is wired for global communication. He doesn't just process information, he internalizes it emotionally and logically, making him one of the most versatile thinkers in the group. He is the bridge between two worlds, navigating the complexities of global stardom with a sharp, sensitive mind that never stops asking why and how. To survive and thrive in the way Felix has requires more than just a deep voice and a pretty face. It requires a high-functioning intellect that can recalibrate itself on the fly. He is the master of the growth mindset, proving that with enough cognitive grit, you can conquer any barrier, no matter how high the wall. Number 5. Hyunjin, the master of visual spatial artistry and relentless introspection. In a group filled with geniuses, Hyunjin stands out not because of a traditional academic score, but because of a high-functioning visual, spatial, and introspective intelligence that is rare even among the elite. Have you ever seen someone look at a blank canvas or a silent stage and see an entire universe before a single move is made? That is Hyunjin's brain at work. He is often called the visual of the group, but that title is a massive understatement of the cognitive heavy lifting he does daily. When he was scouted by JYP, he had zero background in dance, nothing. But within just 2 years, he transformed himself into one of the most elite dancers in the industry through a process of hyperfocus and analytical emulation. He didn't just learn steps, he studied the physics of movement, the geometry of lines, and the emotional resonance of every gesture. This is a clear indicator of a high IQ in the realm of spatial reasoning. But what truly places him at number 5 is his autodidactic brilliance. During his hiatus in 2021, while others might have retreated, Hyunjin taught himself how to paint. If you look at his artworks under the name Hyunpik, you aren't just seeing a hobby. You are seeing a masterclass in detail, color theory, and composition that usually takes years of formal training to achieve. His brain processes visual information with incredible speed and depth, allowing him to translate complex internal emotions into tangible, breathtaking reality. This same intelligence translates to his songwriting and choreography. He is the 4th most credited songwriter in the group, with nearly 30 Kamka credits, proving that his lyrical brain is just as sharp as his visual one. He often twists his lyrics, creating layers of meaning that require the listener to think, a hallmark of a high-level creative intellect. Furthermore, Hyunjin possesses a staggering level of introspective intelligence. He is his own harshest critic, analyzing his progress with a level of brutal honesty that most people avoid. He once talked about how he would calculate the pages of effort he put in, literally quantifying his hard-earned progress to ensure he wasn't justifying laziness. This analytical approach to self-improvement is why he can master everything from Japanese to contemporary dance to oil painting. He is a man who lives in a constant state of flow, where his high-speed brain is always looking for the next challenge to deconstruct. He isn't just a performer, he is a strategist of the soul, using his intellect to craft a legacy that is as deep as it is beautiful. He proves that true genius isn't just about what you were born with, but about how you use your mind to redefine your own limits every single day. Number 4. Han Ji-sung, the high-speed processor and musical architect. Imagine a brain that never sleeps, a cognitive engine that processes language, rhythm, and emotion at a speed that seems almost superhuman. This is the reality for Han Ji-sung, the all-rounder ace of Stray Kids, who sits firmly at number 4. While many see him as the energetic, quokka-like entertainer, Han is actually a linguistic and creative prodigy whose intelligence is measured in syllables per second and songs per hour. Did you know that Han is one of the fastest rappers in the entire K-pop industry? We are talking about a technical proficiency that reaches up to 9.25 syllables per second in tracks like I Got It. This isn't just a physical flex, it is a demonstration of extreme rhythmic dexterity and rapid information processing. His brain has to calculate complex rhyme schemes, breath control, and phonetic transitions in milliseconds, a level of mental multitasking that would leave the average person in a daze. But his brilliance is most evident in his academic and professional trajectory. Han was homeschooled in Malaysia, a path that requires immense self-discipline and an innate ability to learn independently. At just 15 years old, he passed his elementary, middle, and high school equivalency exams in record time, making him eligible for college years before his peers. This accelerated learning capability is the hallmark of a high IQ. In the studio, he is known as the member who can write an entire masterpiece, lyrics and melody included, in just a few hours. Songs like Chill and Want So Bad weren't just written, they were engineered by a mind that understands the architecture of a hit. As of 2026, Han is a full member of the Korea Music Copyright Association, KOMCA, with nearly 200 registered songs, the youngest K-pop idol ever to reach such a staggering milestone. He is a linguistic chameleon, fluent in English and Korean, often blending the two with a wit that is both sharp and deeply emotional. His introspective intelligence allows him to tackle complex themes like social anxiety and loneliness in songs like Alien, using metaphors that require deep critical thinking to fully decode. Han doesn't just feel music, he deconstructs it, analyzes the human psyche, and rebuilds it into a 3-minute narrative. He is a master of freestyle logic, capable of coming up with coherent, rhythmic verses under extreme pressure, proving that his synapses are firing faster than the speed of sound. He is the group's secret strategist of sound, a man whose brain is a 24/7 production house of genius, making him the ultimate definition of a modern-day polymath in the world of K-pop. Number 3. Seungmin, the analytical perfectionist and linguistic architect. Deep within the powerhouse of Stray Kids' talent lies a mind characterized by surgical precision and a relentless pursuit of cognitive excellence. Kim Seungmin is often referred to as the group's dandy boy, but beneath that polished, calm exterior is an intellectual engine that operates on pure logic and incredible attention to detail. Seungmin's intelligence is best described as systematic and disciplined. While other members might rely on bursts of creative inspiration, Seungmin treats every task from vocal training to language acquisition as a complex puzzle to be solved through rigorous analysis. Consider his mastery of the English language. Unlike members who grew up abroad, Seungmin achieved near fluency through sheer academic grit and a deep understanding of linguistic structures. He spent a short time in Los Angeles during elementary school, but it was his high IQ and disciplined study habits that allowed him to maintain and expand that knowledge into adulthood. He doesn't just speak English, he understands its nuances, idioms, and the cultural logic behind the grammar, making him a vital communication bridge for the group. His academic record is equally impressive. He was a top student who served as vice president of his school, a role that requires high organizational intelligence and the ability to manage complex social hierarchies. This administrative intelligence is evident in his role within the group. He is the one who keeps meticulous track of schedules and details that others might overlook. In the recording studio, his brilliance shines through auditory analysis. He is known for his vocal diary, where he records and analyzes every single practice session, deconstructing his tone, pitch, and breath control with the objectivity of a scientist. This level of self-monitoring is a key indicator of high executive function. Furthermore, Seungmin possesses a strategic wit that often catches people off guard. He is the king of the deadpan joke, a style of humor that requires a high level of verbal linguistic intelligence to execute effectively. He processes information with a critical eye, often questioning the why behind a decision before moving forward. He is also a master of memory retention, often being the one who remembers specific details from years ago that even the leader has forgotten. Whether he is navigating a complex variety game with cold, hard logic or mastering a difficult vocal run through repetitive analytical practice, Seungmin proves that intelligence is a marathon, not a sprint. He is the group's anchor of logic, a man whose brain is a finely tuned instrument of perfection, proving that being smart means having the discipline to never stop learning.
Number 2. Changbin, the mathematical rhymer and emotional strategist. When you see Seo Changbin, you see the Dwiki, the muscular powerhouse of the three Ratcha production trio with a voice that can cut through stone. But don't let the dark Binny aesthetic and the heavy gym weights distract you. Changbin possesses a formidable, dual, layered intellect that makes him the intellectual backbone of Stray Kids. At number 2, we are talking about a man who combines logical mathematical intelligence with an almost supernatural level of interpersonal EQ. In his school days, Changbin wasn't just another student. He was known for being exceptionally gifted in mathematics, a subject that requires a brain wired for patterns, logic, and abstract problem solving. This mathematical foundation is exactly why his rap verses, are so technically complex. He doesn't just write lyrics, he architects them, calculating the internal rhymes and rhythmic subdivisions with the precision of an engineer. Have you ever wondered how he can maintain such incredible speed while keeping every syllable perfectly audible? It's because his brain is processing the physics of sound and the timing of the beat at a level far beyond the average performer. But there's a deeper, more mysterious side to his genius. Changbin is the group's man of principle, Jude, a nickname born from his unshakable logic and psychological resilience. In Two Kids Room, we see a side of Changbin that is truly worth studying. He has a high-level ability to read people's emotional states before they even speak. He acts as the group's emotional strategist, knowing exactly when to use humor to diffuse a situation and when to use firm logic to keep the team on track. His parents initially wanted him to focus solely on his studies because of his high academic potential. But he used that same mental grit to prove he could master the music industry instead. He is the second most credited fourth-generation idol on Kamka, with over 200 registered songs as of 2026. This isn't just about hard work. It's about a brain that can produce high-quality creative content consistently, day after day, without burning out. He is an analytical empath, someone who can deconstruct complex human emotions and rebuild them into lyrics that resonate with millions. Whether he's solving a logistical problem in the dorm or directing a recording session with a master's eye for detail, Changbin proves that true strength lies in the mind. He is the bridge between the leader's vision and the group's execution, the silent genius who keeps the gears of Stray Kids turning with surgical precision and a heart of pure gold. Number 1. Bang Chan, the architect of a generation and cognitive mastermind. Behold the pinnacle of intellect within Stray Kids. A man whose brain doesn't just process information, it builds entire universes from scratch. Christopher Bang, known to the world as Bang Chan, isn't just the leader. He is the literal system administrator of the group's success. Ranking at number 1, Chan possesses a rare architectural intelligence that combines high-level executive function, musical genius, and social engineering. While most idols are placed into groups by agencies, Chan was given the keys to the kingdom by JYP himself. He handpicked every member, analyzed their chemistry, and predicted their collective potential years before the world ever heard a single beat. This requires a level of strategic foresight and pattern recognition that is statistically off the charts. His academic and athletic background in Australia further cements this. He was a competitive swimmer who broke records at age 8 and a classically trained pianist since the age of 5. This early exposure to the rigid logic of music theory and the discipline of high-level athletics wired his brain for maximum efficiency. Chan is the primary producer of Stray Kids, with over 200 Kamka credits as of early 2026. He isn't just writing songs, he is managing the digital workstations, mastering the software, and arranging the vocal layers for 8 different voices, a task that requires a staggering amount of working memory and attention to detail. He is a linguistic powerhouse, fluent in English and Korean, and proficient in Japanese and Chinese, navigating global cultures with a socio-linguistic intelligence that makes him the ultimate diplomat. But perhaps his greatest intellectual feat is his hyper-responsibility. For years, he hosted Chan's Room, a weekly live stream where he acted as a mentor, counselor, and technical guide for millions of fans, demonstrating an emotional intelligence, EQ, so profound, it became a global support system. He balances the technical side of Fendi global ambassadorships and high-fashion deals with the gritty reality of directing recording sessions where he is a notorious perfectionist. His brain is like a supercomputer that never shuts down, always calculating the next move for his kids while ensuring the technical integrity of their sound remains untouchable. He is the master of the big picture, a leader who sees the finish line before the race even starts. Bang Chan isn't just the smartest member of Stray Kids. He is the brain that made Stray Kids possible, proving that true genius is the ability to turn a vision into an unbreakable reality.